Okay, here we go for the skeleton village. It has begun. Well, I mean, it has begun. That's not really. I mean, I wouldn't say that's a skeleton village. It's more like a miniature on top of a bit of card. But this is. I didn't do this making that. By the way, I'm not that bad. I did this making that. I caught my finger when I was. You got like a little bit of little foot thing that you have to hammer into the bottom of it, and yeah, my finger got in the way. It's actually fine, but I changed the plaster this morning, and it's like it's almost completely healed, but there's like a flap of skin, and I was like, what do I do with the flap of skin? Do I cut it off? Do I like? And it's just too much for my little brain to handle, so I just put the plaster on again, and I'll be like, oh, I'll have that for another 2 days, and then I'll work out what to do with the situation after that. Anyway, back to the skeleton village, which has begun, even though, you know, it doesn't look like it. This is going to be the floor for the skeleton, the shack, which is going to be called the Slumber Yard. I've got this miniature. He's nothing special. He's just a skeleton man I got from eBay. I've named him the Bad Apple, and I forget why. That's just the name I've come up with, and Bad Apple, apple cheese. Oh, and his friend, Jed, who has an axe. Jed has an axe. Apples, trees, axe, lumber, wood, cutting down lumber yard. But they're dead. You know, you sleep dead. You know, some say it's just like going to sleep. Slumber Yard. Not just a hat rack, my friend. Not just a place I keep my luscious curly locks. There are things going on inside it. So yes, there's only so much time that I can dedicate to this. Hopefully, if I keep making videos about it, you know, time will start making itself. But that's just a dream. I've got these, they're like tea stirrers, but they will be used as the planking, wood, floor, that of this place. So that will all be all done on the floor as well, the walls. I've got some little hinges arriving where we can make the doors. There'll also be windows. I've got some, I forget what you call it. I think it's called acetate. Transparent sheets of stuff. And I'll be using those for the windows. And we're going to make a nice little cabin. The extra thick lines, they're where the walls are going to be. It's going to be a large room here. Thinking maybe like a dining table and chairs and stuff. Here, I think it's going to be a kitchen, and here will be a study. We don't have to worry about a toilet because they're skeletons. Sound logic. Although there will be humans in the skeleton village, like this man, woman, that woman. I think that's a man, woman. Tiffany Lockhart, she'll move in. That's a skeleton. And that's more skeletons. This is a battle. They're not moving in. They stay outside. I was measuring the squares as to how big the squares were going to be, and I decided they're going to be 3 centimeters. That'll you know, cover any cover all the bases. Cover all the bases. Oh, Jesus Christ. But as well, I've got a large skeleton here. And you see, he can fit on there quite comfortably. They're going to have like, I've decided these are going to be the village guard. But the problem is for, you know, them to kind of be effective or needed, but they're going to need a, well, we're going to need the village first, aren't we? Otherwise, it's just an excessively protected little shack in the middle of fuck all. But the shack as well is as a property. It's not just going to be a shack standing by itself in bald nothingness. There's going to be... It's not a fire. This video has been interrupted to bring you the sad, sad news of the passing of Giles. Give it a go, hell yeah. Signified by the alarming sound of the alarm, a sausage fire tore through his apartment and his body. We now move on to the eulogy of him, although he would call it an eulogy because it's about himself. So friends, we are here to pay our last respects to Giles. He's probably in hell, Hellier, who died after a vicious sausage fire. Giles, he was always so full of life, until he died. His loyal smoke alarm, heat alarm, had a bumpy relationship with Giles. As we all know, Giles's knuckles were scarred during a punch-up he once had with said stupid heat detector that goes off at every stupid bloody thing. Even the shower sets it off. I mean, when you think about it, really, I mean, it was the smoke detector's fault, or heat detector's fault, sorry. Because it always goes off about absolutely, like, 5 times a day. It's like, you look at it funny and it goes off. That's probably what, I mean, blazing fire starts off, and Giles didn't react because, he just figured the stupid device was crying wolf. He will be missed. But he won't be missed by the fire. Because it killed him. April Fools. He's not really dead. Oh wait, it's March. March Fools.